On December 5th, 2016, 24-year-old Salim Coulter was sat in the front passenger side of his mate's parked car at Walham Grove after they had all decided to get food from Jerky Chicken. And after laughing and joking, the mates went back to the car and chilled. And that's when a man in a hood ran towards the car, directly to the front passenger side door where Salim was sitting, and immediately fired at Salim at point-blank range, hitting the victim in his head multiple times. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shots. The shooter then closed the passenger side door that had opened during the shooting. He then went round to the driver's side door and looked at the victim's mate dead in his eyes, and then he closed that door before going back round to the passenger side where Salim was dead. 31-year-old Omar Hutson was the shooter, and the driver made a run for it towards North End Road, where Omar also fled the scene. Now, a number of residents heard the shooting, the sounds of gun blasting, and they all called the police, dialing 999 to report the gang activity, which was common. In layman's term, they had heard a murder. Now, when police investigated the crime, they found Omar's car had been in the same vicinity, the same location as Salim, prior to the crime and also after the crime, leaving the area at 9:35. Now, also, at the time of the incident, almost 2 phones had been turned off. Again, both phones. Now, gun blast residue that was found on a shot-up car was also found on Omar's car. Now, Omar and Salim had issues due to the pair being rivals in the drug supply trade. Now, Salim wasn't a saint. He sold drugs, but he was also trained to be a gas engineer. Now, that may be the point where he was going to turn his life around and become something. Now, I guess Omar didn't like the fact that his fiends could get product from someone else. That meant the easiest way to deal with the problem was to execute Salim. Now, Omar Hutson was arrested, and he gave no comment in all his interviews. He did his damnedest to try and avoid prosecution by doing things like providing fake alibis, which included CCTV at the time of the crime. The CCTV showed that Omar was with 2 friends at the time of the shooting. The only thing was, the police were able to prove that that timestamp was the day after the shooting. Now, when police confronted the issue of the doctored CCTV, Omar's defence was it was a reconstruction in the case, in case it went to trial. Now, Omar was found guilty of murder on Tuesday, May 29th, 18 months after the crime was committed, and still, the heartache persists. There's no resolve for someone getting shot in the head, and that's a sentence that the parents and the loved ones will have to live with for a lifetime. Stay safe.